The owner of the yellow house eats potatoes.
And the high elf drinks tea.
What house is next to the white house? Greenhouse person drinks coffee.
The greenhouse owner drinks coffee, so that's something at least.
Oh, the yellow house. It's potatoes.
Potato.
And right in the middle drinks milk. And lives in the first house.
Right, I see two references to beef. The man who eats beef has a neighbor who drinks water. The man who eats beef lives next door to the one who keeps cats. Do you have any other references to water?
The yellow house eats potatoes.
Halfling lives next to the blue house. Which means then that the halfling. Yeah, that one. We don't know anything else about the blue house, do we? This thing means that there's.
Just realised I was muted. Either house number 3 or house number 5 is red. The reason for that is the red is where the human lives. Number 1 is halfling. Number 2 is blue. And the reason number 4 can't be red is white. Green is left of white, which only leaves 3 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
So do we have anything about red, which is the human, and it's milk? So do we know what the human eats?
Why do you think... I would put human last. I don't know why, but... I also agree that the yellow halfling, yeah, I mean, and then blue. Then we also know the halfling eats potatoes.
So yellow and potato. So halfling eats potatoes.
Yes, and that allows us to say that the person living in the blue house keeps horses.
Uh-huh.
Do we have any other things that refer to horses? I'd like to figure out who eats beef. Well, that would then actually say that the elf has to live in the blue house. Because he drinks tea, he's not a halfling, not a human. So, if the middle one, white, drinks milk, and green drinks coffee, then that has to be the elf who lives in blue. Elf has to be blue, and he then has horses and drinks tea. What does that allow us to say? That allows us to say that there's only 2 races left, white and green. Who lives in what house?
So blue.
Dwarf keeps dogs.
Well, the high elf drink, as you said, the high elf drinks tea, so...
Yes, so he has to live in blue. Because we already know the drinks from white and green, and we also know that red is human.
But we don't
High
know
elf has to live in blue.
We don't know what he eats, though.
No.
But that helps narrow it down a bit. So the halfling stays in the yellow house, which eats potatoes.
Yes. Obviously.
But we don't know what the halfling has as a pet or eats.
No, high elf keeps horses. Then if he told the next door to the one who eats potatoes, that's because of that. Let's see here. The owner who eats beans drinks chocolate. Well, that must be the human then. Because we know the halfling eats potatoes, and we know what all the other guys drink. So human must eat beans and drink chocolate. Alright, that narrows that down a little bit, which then only leaves 1 drink, which means the halfling drinks water. With anything that refers to water. Man who eats beef has a neighbor who drinks water. That means the high elf is the one who eats beef. Let's see here. What else do we have about beef? The next door to the one who keeps cats, which means that white has to halfling or white has to keep cats. Could be the halfling, could be white. What else do we have? He who eats onions has birds. Doesn't really help us.
How are you doing, Sheep?
I got messed up somewhere in my Excel spreadsheet.
What does the White House drink?
I have it set to milk because it's in the middle on mine.
No, I'm not convinced. Well, middle can't be white
Why not?
because green is to the left of white.
I can switch white and green and it would make no difference for me. Let's see here. If I do that high coffee there.
I want to say
Coffee.
white is the fifth one.
No, green can't be there.
But green can't be number 4.
Green has to be number 4.
Which means white has to be the 5th one.
So green's 4, white's 5, red's the middle.
Alright.
So we've already decided yellow is the halfling.
So it's yellow, so it's yellow, blue, red, green, white. Yeah?
Yes.
Which means we have halfling, high elf, human. The drinks will then be water, tea, milk, coffee, chocolate. So as I've understood it.
Right, so human's in the middle. And he drinks milk.
Uh-huh. I don't think we know anything else about him.
Right.
All that news.
Green drinks coffee.
Uh-huh.
And white... What's white do?
Has to drink chocolate, because that's the only thing left. Well, yeah.
Who drinks water again?
That's the
Halfling?
halfling.
The man who eats beef has a neighbor who drinks water.
And because we know that the human already drinks milk, then it has to be the halfling who drinks water.
Okay, halfling
How
drinks
else
water.
can the elf
Okay.
beef?
Right.
Let's see. We have the green one then.
So that's the... So actually the high elf's fully done then.
Yes.
So what do you have? What do you have the high elf?
Blue,
Horse?
high elf, tea, horses, beef. That's what I have.
Yeah. And
Now
the
I
next-
need to figure out, would the dwarf eat beans or drink coffee? Wait, no. The dwarf has to eat beans because the gnome eats lizards.
Yes. Who eats onions?
Dwarf, then. The human must eat onions. He keeps dogs, and humans eat onions. And what does that help us with? What does it say about onions?
The one who eats onions rears birds.
So he has birds, which then means that the halfling has to be the one to keep cats, which means that the gnome is the man we're looking for.
You think the gnome?
It's the last empty spot on
Okay,
my
right.
thing.
So just to fill out, so for halfling, we have water, potatoes, yellow, well, halfling,
And cats.
and cats.
Yeah.
How did you get cats?
Because the guy who lives next to the man who eats beef has cats. And we know that the human has birds, so it can't be him.
Right, okay.
All the pieces slowly coming together.
I'm not done yet, but that sounds reasonable.
So
I would say
well, so in
the
my
gnome has to be the one to keep fish.
well, just to figure out, we've got the human fully sorted who's in the middle, with an elf who's fully sorted who's blue, yellow who's fully sorted who's halfling.
Mhm.
I'm still
Yeah,
staring at so white has to be the dwarf.
Dwarf who keeps dogs.
Keeps
And
dogs.
that leaves only the fish for the gnome.
And so that has to be the gnome has to be green.
Yeah.
So you're right, yeah.
So what do you have for the gnome filling in my table here?
A gnome is green, gnome, coffee, fish, and he eats lizards. So he lives from coffee and lizards. It's like the most unpleasant
And
combination.
then dwarf is beans, chocolate, and dog.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're British.
I'm trying to see if my table matches up with your one.
I think this is the way that it should line up. If not, I've done something like missed a thing somewhere. But with all these things lining up, it should be hard for me to miss one thing and get it all wrong.
You know, usually if everything lines up, that's a good sign.
I hate these kind of puzzles. Like, oh
And of
god.
course, I
actually
ruined the whole
enjoyed
chance
that.
of making.
I really enjoyed that. And
Yeah, I do
can
too.
understand the logic, and I would agree with it being the gnome.
Alright.
Yeah, seems to be the gnome. The
Everyone-
gnome is the one who keeps fish.
Is that the group's collective answer?
Yes.
Yes.
So glad it asked us that.
I don't have a better one.
There is a pause, And then the Hell Snowman says, "That is correct. The door behind you clicks and opens. The way to your retreat is clear. However, you must answer one more puzzle before the way behind me will open."
Who else is really, really proud about that?
It's just a question of time.
I'm proud about me messing up the initial table.
No, let's do this.
Let's
We can
do
another
this.
one.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay,
Clear the chalk. Second round.
Puzzle 2 is now visible to you.
Flynn, the livestock merchant, has 6 cows, 4 pigs, and 3 chickens. Braddock, the livestock merchant, has 5 cows, 3 pigs, and 5 chickens. How many of Flynn's animals can say they are the same animal as Braddock's?
Oh, we have it's freaking, I can't remember the name. Algebra.
What?
It's algebra. 6c plus 4p and plus 3p equals 5c plus 3p plus 5c. We need to figure out algebra to figure out what the whole thing is.
Well, make sure you separate what your C's are from cows and chickens.
Yes.
That should be easy enough.
I think P for chicken for poultry.
What?
But then it collides with pigs.
But I would have P for pigs.
Ah, damn it.
I just use
What you do pork, chicken, and beef.
But why is it algebra? What's the logic behind it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm almost trying to say
You don't know.
how many of Flynn's animals can say they're the same animal as Braddock's? I mean, that's all of them, right?
So like for like
No. You're thinking about like subverting, but like if he had 1,000,000 cows, they would still say, "Well, I'm a cow, so I'm the same as Braddock's animal." This is trying to confuse you with math, but it's
Yeah,
just a logic idea.
My first instinct is just all of them.
Yeah, all of them. They
So
like if Braddock had 1 cow, 1 pig, and 1 chicken, they would still be the same types of animals as all of Flynn's, right?
So how many of Flynn's animals can say they are the same animal as Braddock's? All 3?
All of them. All of them.
I'm checking spelling.
I'm pretty sure this is just trying to confuse us with math.
I think you're
Because
right.
it seems
I think I
also
looked into that far
strategic
too
that
much.
this being here would ask us this after he had one that was definitely not just a logic puzzle. There's like a calculating math puzzle.
It's a trick question then.
It's a trick, you know. Yeah.
Well, how many of
I'd
Braddock's
say all.
animals can say? Well, they can't say anything.
how many?
That would be dumb.
Oh no!
Is it the
They
same
don't care,
animal
they're-
as
Oh,
in
no,
the
no.
same creature, or just
Oh,
the
no.
same animal type?
Oh shit, you guys!
You know, I would say all of them. I don't think it's that much of a dig question, because yeah.
We'll need
I mean, we're in a world full of magic. Surely animals can speak somehow.
Yeah, like we have Fargus. He's like, yeah, I can talk to pigs. And
we have
cows and stuff.
I'll need a group consensus here, like with the first question.
Yep, all of them 13.
I'm gonna go with my first one. All of them.
Dark, you good with that?
Sure. I have no idea.
Okay. There is a pause, and the creature rumbles and says, "That is incorrect."
Ah, it was
And
none of them, wasn't it?
You're gonna have to roll for initiative, folks.
Your riddle is too ambiguous.
oh well.
I really failed in that initiative roll. I was.
I was cut out
So,
there.
I was sitting there thinking, huh?
Sheep, edit your value.
There's 2 of them now.
It's dual initiative.
Yes,
Amazing.
this creature gets 2 turns.
Motherfucker has these turns right up next to each other.
I am between.
Yes, the creature, let's see here, definitely would have been Dwohurim, who, no, Tempus was the one who really wanted to champion that. Dwohurim, it's not sure which. Tempus, he's in front. The creature lashes out with one of its massive bramble fists at Tempus Malleator. That is a 19 versus armor class, which will be enough to hit.
Protection ring.
Alright, that will be a miss then for 18 points of damage.
Ah, fuck.
As the creature lashes out, such is the price of failure, and slams you with one of its massive arms. It does not rise from its throne. Leon.
That was unpleasant. Well...
The way to retreat, as noted, is open. This door behind him is not open, and it is humming.
So when you defeat him, do you think it will open, or...?
I mean, on my turn, I was basically planning to say we should just run away, because defeating this guy is not going to open the way forward, because that would not be the purpose of this path. So basically, we just leave and try again.
So would the answer be none?
You can think about that outside of combat. Dark, your turn.
Fine, if you think we're just... I don't know.
I mean, what do you think?
I have no idea.
I'm okay with going out, but Gryph can't move.
I know I can.
He used his ring of protection to gain armor class and turned that into a mess.
Alright.
Remind me exactly the text of the ring of protection, Gryph. Post it in the chat.
It's just give me a second. I'm just going to open up my character sheet. Gain a +2 bonus to your AC until the start of your next turn.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Okay, I'll just move out here.
Okay. At the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. The creature takes its second turn to lash out at Dwohurim, as it is the other person who championed the incorrect answer. That will be a 23 versus armor class. That is a natural even hit. 36 points of damage. And
probably going to shield that.
Okay. Force a reroll. That will be a 24 versus armor class. Now that is an odd hit instead of an even hit, because it's a natural roll. So you are dazed instead of stuck. So you could still move. 36 points of damage. As the massive fist careens into the small dwarf, knocking him back. And the creature stands up from the throne, but does not move anymore. Thomas.
Alrighty. Retreat. Done.
Okay. Tempus.
Tempus is going to retreat.
Okay.
Because you're dazed, Dwohurim should be able to still move, because he can only take one action, right?
That's correct. You can still move. Dwohurim?
I think you can take both my actions. I
You
just
just take the -4.
get a -4 to attacking.
Yeah, you got like that's a move action that you're using. You can do something else if you'd like, for instance.
Still in combat?
Yes, you're still in combat.
Right, well, let's go here.
Okay. No, you were there.
Aww.
Escalation die does not move up. The creature moves forward and sends out its bramble fist through the door, striking Tempus.
Hey.
So this is
I do not have my AC anymore, just saying.
That is a 20. That is 72 points of damage.
Alright, so that's okay, I need a calculator.
You're unconscious.
42 minus 72. No.
That would be -30, which would normally, if this creature could kill you, be enough to kill you.
Roll 3d8 plus 4 because I get my.
Don't you have to make a saving throw against that?
Oh yeah, I do. I need to get a.
Your Forgeborn ability. No, you're at -30 hit points. That would normally be enough to kill you. If memory serves, you're just, since this guy can't kill you, you're out of this fight. You cannot be brought back up. Leon.
So retreat isn't an option.
No, you
We
can
just
certainly
have to
take a can.
go
You
out
have
completely.
to. You have to leave the dungeon.
Would it be considered a campaign loss?
Yes, you would basically have to
Alright.
wait until tomorrow. You can drag Tempus out.
We can try to fight it, but it's just so powerful.
Well, it one-shotted me.
Well, it did deal some
Look at me, I
damage.
hit once, and I have like 4 hit points.
Even if I didn't take that miss damage, it one-shot me.
And it will say, as it strikes Tempus, such is the price of failure. You guys can take a loss and basically retreat out of the dungeon. It will pursue you until it gets to the door, where it just stands there.
I mean, there's no point fighting this thing.
No.
Yeah.
Hoist Tempus on my shoulder. Walk
Yep,
out.
you go, and then you go ahead and just drag your tokens out.
I'll spend all my lovely recoveries.
God damn this.
Well, it's 10th time.
Yes, 10 time. You
A lovely park.
You will, of course, no longer be dazed, and you can start burning through recoveries yourself, Tempus, starting at 0 hit points and working your way up.
Give me a second, so that's plus 10.
You're on 12 hit points.
Oh, sorry, plus 2. So I counted that as 10 for some reason.
However, because of your condition, I will definitely say that because you otherwise would have died, we're going to be using the lasting wound rule mentioned in the core rule book. There are consequences for being seriously injured and almost killed. In your case, you would have died. If you're dropped, basically your maximum hit points is going to be reduced by 5.
Is that a permanent one?
It will last until a full heal up. So you're currently at a maximum of 55 hit points.
Cool. So I'm at 0 at the moment.
Yes. Any heal ups that you get start from 0. So you would be at 30 hit points right now. Whenever you heal, it takes you to 0 and then adds the health. So you don't have to worry about the negatives. So you would actually be at 30 hit points.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do one more. Oh, that's close enough for me.
53.
That is the most recoveries I've burned.
In a round? Yeah.
Oh, well,
This
that
is
was a
for
crit.
the Ring of Protection,
Yes, you should make a recharge roll for the Ring of Protection.
which it's 11 plus, apparently.
Okay. You do not have it back for the next battle. Okay. You are... Yeah. I do believe you have a recharge roll for shield as well. I don't remember the exact value off the top of my head.
Well, take a look.
Looks like 11 plus.
Come on.
You have shield back. Okay. Yes. You are able to camp without incident or disturbance. Fargus ensures that. You want to camp until morning. You want to wake up at a specific time. It's basically still like early afternoon for you folks. Like if you want to handle like any role play or discussion with each other, now would also be the time to do it.
Tempus will sit there and say, "It must have obviously been the animals can't speak."
She said, no, it's to play on words. It's not the same animals, meaning individuals.
He didn't
Worst
tell
thing
us
is that we cannot have
but-
confirmation on whether or not we are right in these assumptions. Unless we go in there again.
I'll tell you now, that was one hell of a hit he gave.
Oh no!
Tempus.
I know. Oh no! Leon goes into his satchel, pulls out a few gears. I want to put these back in.
You dropped those, by the way.
Tempest takes them, like, opens up his skin and starts like proper long-term maintenance on himself. Leon, I'm going to be disabling myself for the next 10 minutes. I need you to put this gear here, that gear there.
Nods.
In that order.
Nods.
So, Do we want to pursue the same path once again? Will the riddles be different?
I think it would be quite bizarre if it was the same riddles.
Yes, I thought that was the whole purpose with not letting us leave.
Well, we know the answer to the first one.
Not letting us leave, I think, was more of a case of you could end it here at like just after midnight, get the riddle, go to town, work out the answer, and get back.
I think, yeah, I suppose.